Hello everyone! When it comes to complex roof shapes and structures in Revit, it's really difficult sometimes depending on the complexity you are facing with. In this video, we will cover 10 common roof shapes and how to approach them in the best way. We will cover modeling techniques and some tips and tricks, so stay tuned and keep watching until the end. Before we get started, you can follow all the shortcuts I'm following and throughout the guide and this tutorial on the bottom right corner over here. And if you didn't check our beginners playlist in YouTube, please do so because it contains step-by-step guide how to set up the project properly and how to follow up with our proper floor plans. So I strongly recommend you to check that before you move on with the shapes. But now let's discuss the shapes. The first shape we are going to discuss is Skillion and Lean-to. This will contain two monopitch roofs. So I have to draw a couple of walls on the bottom side over here, and I will be able to draw two roofs. So I'm going to select these. I have to do level 2, and what I need to do is I have to make sure that I draw now two roofs. I go to the level 2, then I click on the roofs, then I make sure that I have a little bit overhang, about 6 inches or so on the sides, and I can remove the defined slopes of all the tree. Be careful on which side you are defining the slope, because I want the slope to start from this point and go upwards. That's why I'm putting the slope over here. So I will go with some about 6 inch. And if I go in 3D, now I will be able to see how my 3D works. Actually, what I will be doing is now I will be going in 2D and 3D, and I will be splitting my screen in two so you can follow up in a more smoother way. So this way I will be able to select all the walls by clicking tab, or else I can select one by one all the walls and click attach top and base and select the top part of the roof. Now if I do another roof at level 2, I will just click another roof. I will just pick line. I will just pick this face of the wall, and then I will do another 6 inch on the sides. Then what I will be doing is I will be using trim, going over here, trim, extend tool, and I will be trimming the sides. Then I will be able to check out the defined slopes. It will work in a similar way. So obviously here I can go a bit more like 4, and then I will be attaching my walls to the roof. So this will be Skillion and Lean-to. Obviously the shape and the size depends on your preference. The next roof type will be an open gable, and I will be removing this portion over here to move on with the open gable. So the only thing I need to do is go on, select the roof, click on the edit footprint, and make sure that this portion of the roof is also defined as a slope. So I can select both to see, maybe I will go with 8, and then I can say finish editing mode. In this case, I will have a gable roof on the shorter sides. Now when it comes to add a dormer at the gable roof, which is going to be our third portion of the roof, it is a little bit more tricky. So what I suggest is you start drawing some walls first. So in this case, I will go with the architectural walls. I will select generic wall, 8 inches. I will say unconnected, 2 feet is fine. And I will go with level 2. And I will start with an offset of maybe 4 feet or 3 feet. In this case, I will just go with 3 feet. And I will start drawing my dormer somewhere over here. I will go like that, and I will go like this. I can extend these a little bit more. It will go and intersect the roof, but it's not a problem, because what we are going to do now is that we are going to select the 3 walls that we just created. We'll click attach and top and base, and then we will select the base rather than the top. Be careful, select the base from the options bar and then pick up the roof. It will align and attach the bottom of the wall. It's amazing. It's an amazing tool. Now you can see that it's not anymore extending. Obviously, I really do not suggest you extend the line so much, because now if you want to do some modifications, you need to find a line intersecting with the with the roof. It's a little bit on the interior side, but yeah, it's working perfectly from the visual point and from the quantification point. So now when I come to the floor plan of the level 2, what I can do is I can go ahead and create another roof that will be like a gable. I can go again and 6-inch offset, and I will do like this. Now, when I do create it, obviously I have to make sure that I'm checking out the sides so a gable can be created. I generally say I don't want to attach because the rules behave very weirdly. Most of the time I want to have the full control unless it's something straightforward. So in this case I will move that one 4 feet high so it can sit above my walls. And then what I will be doing is I will be selecting all the 3 walls again, and I will make sure that this time it's top and attach my top piece. So far so good, but what happens with the dormer now? How we are going to connect this part? In Revit, there's a great tool actually that you can use. If you didn't know it, it just saves tons of time. You just select join and unjoin roofs. You select the edge of the roof and the face you would like to join, and then it creates the dormer portion for you already and joins with the other roof. So that's so fast and straightforward. I strongly recommend you to work with this workflow. So the next roof is going to be a hip roof. In order to create a hip roof, we are not actually going to remove anything. We'll just edit the footprint and the forward roof by defining the slopes. Will be ready right away. So now let's move on the 5th roof, which is going to be hips and valleys. We will just create another extension of walls here. So I will just click on this wall. I will say create similar. I want to go from the level 1 to level 2. And then I would like to draw a couple of walls going this direction. So perhaps I will just do something like this. Now what I will be doing is, again, now I will be selecting my hip roof. I'll be going edit footprint. I will go maybe on floor plan. It will be easier to sketch, and select a rectangle. Again, 6 inches, and then select the both corners. I can delete this portion. I can split the line by selecting split line, SL or the shortcut. Then I will go with the trimming on both sides. Now once I do that, you will be able to see that I will have hips and valleys all around the project as it goes. So if I move this one higher, I can get the ridge aligned if I want to. So it depends what kind of design decision you have. The next one is going to be Jerkinhead. So Jerkinhead has a little bit different shape at the face of the gable. So how we are going to do that? We will just simply go again on the edit footprint. We will split this line into multiple pieces. So I will go 4 feet over here and about 4 feet on this side. Then I will make sure that the 2 sides do not have any slope. And this portion will have a slope that starts at a certain height. So if I pull this in, you will see that it indicates the offset of the roof base of that line. So I want that line to start maybe about 3 feet high. And if I say finish, you'll be able to see how it looks. Now I forgot to attach my walls, and I forgot to actually make sure that they are facing outwards. So I will select all my 3 roofs and make sure that it's attached to my roof. All is smooth and working neatly. So the next roof is going to contain a little bit different shape. So therefore I need to remove the additions that I just created. I will trim the older portion of the roof. It will ask me to unjoin, and there will be like a kind of warning. It's fine, and I will be deleting the new portions because the next roof I'm going to do a combination roof. So this will be like a little bit more of different slopes throughout the height. And in order to do that, I will also need to remove the dormer. So what I'm going to do now is that I will go on my floor plan, and from there I will first draw a couple of lines, and these lines would be a guidance lines for me. So if I go demolished and if I just pick actual lines, that will be fine enough. I'll be able to pick the ridge of the roof. What I like to do as well when I do some kind of like detailed lines like this, I always do them override the graphics and halftone so I can filter them later on easily. And what I'm going to do now is that I will just go on edit the footprint. I will start drawing an opening, so I will make sure that it doesn't define a slope. I will just select the middle portions of those, and then my opening will be fine enough and smoothly located there. What I will do is actually, before, if I undo once, before I finish, I will select all my sketch and I will copy the clipboard, finish, create similar at the level 2, and then paste it in the current view. So that's a fast way of doing things. And now I can also select all and define slope. Now the slope will be a bit sharper. I will go with 15 and let's see how it looks. So the question over here is now the alignment. Now what I'm going to do is I will create a section through my floor, and I will just go on my section and make sure that I can align the finishes of the roof properly. And now I will be able to see it in 3D, the style that I was looking for. If you would like to learn more about the details and how to overcome those details and when to overcome those details, please click on the pop-up link above or the link in the description to learn more about the level of development or level of information needed. So these will help you to not over model your models and not under model. So to provide the right information at the right time, and you need it in order to get the most potential return from BIM. So make sure to check that video. So the next portion will be a Dutch gable. So in order to create a Dutch gable, I need to make sure that this plus portion is not a hip. So I can select these two lines, the sketch lines, and remove the define slope. Now it's a gable. I can push the gable slightly lower, and now I have my Dutch gable. It was that fast. So the next thing, obviously, when I change these things, I need to make sure that it aligns perfectly because it is a kind of a complicated shape. The next thing will be how to create a hexagonal gazebo. And that's super easy. I will just do it on the side actually, or maybe I can just remove those and do it on the face. So what I will do is I will just go on my level 2 again, and I will just draw a new roof that contains a hexagonal shape. That is that easy. So I will just go this way and make a hexagonal shape and make sure that it is there. So the question is that if it's flat, it's funny, but if it is all sloped, now I have the hexagonal gazebo. Now I select all my 4 walls, I select attach, and it's all perfectly attached to my gazebo roof. Once we create this gazebo, the next roof will be M-shape, or it would be like Gambrel roof, I would say. In order to create those, we need a reference plane. So we need to just go on a floor plan and get a reference plane, depending on which side you're looking for. In this case, I will be creating over the longer side of the reference plane. And now the only thing I need to do is select the roof by extrusion, pick a plane, select my plane, and choose one of the elevations. And I will go with the east elevation. I will select the level 2. Now I need to draw on one side, I will draw the M portion of the roof, and the other side I will be doing the Gambrel side of the roof. So I will be going like this and then like that. So you can see both versions of the roof within the 2 sides. Once I create this, you'll be able to stretch depending on how much you want to cover the roof, how much offset you want, Or else you can just simply go on the floor plan and make sure that things are perfectly aligned. And if you want an offset, you can just add an extra offset of, for example, 6 on both sides, and then that's it. So once I'm happy with this, I will just go ahead and select all my 4 walls and attach those walls to the roof. Today we covered 10 complex roof shapes. So if you would like to get a guide on your particular roof because you did not know how to do that, or it's very complicated and you want to get more knowledge or a guide or some kind of advice, please comment below and I will make sure to reply each one of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, because every week we are doing a lot of BIM related content and Revit related content for you. Don't forget to turn your notification bell on. See you next time.